as you can see, I have my lovely Emma here today, and we're going to just do a changing video and a tag by Canadian, I think it's Canadian Reborn Mama, or maybe it's not exactly that name, but I will get the right name in my description. And I do apologize for not having it right here with me. But I want to do that tag, and I want to change Miss Emma for you and tell you what's going on with her and the changes we've made to her. And what I've done tonight was I've put on a new body. She had a 23-inch fully jointed body, and you know, the arms and the legs could freely move up and down and practically do a 360 around, but it was too long. It just looked out of proportion. Everything I put on her that had the sleeveless, you know, you could see the joints in them. I didn't like that. It just didn't look natural. I changed her, and her body was just too long. So I ended up getting a 21-inch body, and it's a Saskia body, actually. And I got it off of eBay from Jessica Swank's store there, and she is a sculptor and an artist, and I've done a few of her kits in the past. Anyway, I thought, well, we're going to get it, and we're going to see if it works. If it doesn't, I can always use that body for another baby I'm making. So I got it, and I am so pleased. I just think she just looks like she's in such proportion now. So really, she comes out to being about, instead of a 23-inch doll, and her legs were way down here, you know. I mean, because of that jointing, the legs were down here, you know, and then these are just right up against her body. If you have a Saskia, you know what I mean. They're like front-loading legs, and they just work wonderful. And her arms, you know, they just move and do everything I want them to do. And I like having the little gather right here too. I like that. Anyway, so I'm very, very pleased. So we're going to put a little sleeveless outfit on her. Like even her onesie now, I mean, it just fits flush with her arms, and it just looks so good. Very happy. So really, I don't know that she fits that well in 3 to 6 months clothes anymore, but that's okay. We can always do some, you know, adjusting as we go. But I have this darling little Laura Ashley outfit that I got at Bye Bye Baby on sale some weeks ago, and it is just adorable. It has eyelet angel wing sleeves, and it has the little, on the inside it has the netting that matches the binding around the neck, and it has this darling eyelet and netting rows there, and the eyelet that goes down the front, and it has snaps in the back, and then has these darling little panties, diaper covers that have kind of a tutu effect with the netting around for a ruffle on the back and the front. So I just know it'll be perfect for her with her coloring. So we're going to put that on, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to tell you the tag, which is, what is a fun memory that you've had in when you were a child from the summer? And I've heard Debbie's from Mad Hatter's, and I've heard Suzanne's from Suzanne's Babies, and they were also fun. Well, you know, I just have to say that for me, growing up, summer was just an absolute wonderful time. And thinking about this tag has really brought home to me just what a wonderful childhood I had and how blessed I was. And, you know, I'm turning 63 August 17th, so, you know, that's quite a few years ago, so let's say 53, maybe even more, that we always went someplace in the summer on vacation. I had one brother and then my parents. And my parents, they took me to Sequoia National Park. Now this is in California here that I'm talking about right now. And they took me to June Lake and Huntington Lake up in the High Sierras, and we camped, and we had one of those Volkswagen, they just came out with it, the camper vans that had the little refrigerator and the stove that you could pull out, and then you pull out a double bed in the back. And then it had a tent apparatus that was like a 3/4 tent, because it came, you attached it to the side of the doors and they opened up, and then you put the tent, hooked it up there, and then it came around and it was attached to the van, but then it was draped around, and it was a stripe, I remember it was a striped tent. And my brother always slept in the tent at night. My parents slept in the pull-out bed, and I slept on the bench seat in the front. And that's how we rolled and camped. And when we went to Sequoia, the bears come out at night to raid the trash cans, and so they were always telling us to, watch your food, do all these other kind of things. And sure enough, when we were there, the bears raided the trash cans, and we all got to turn on the lights inside. You could see little lights all over from people who had jumped into their cars and everything like that. And that was a great memory. But we went a lot of places in that little van. We went to June Lake, we went to Bishop, we went to Sequoia, we went up to the High Sierras, and then we went to San Francisco, not camping, but just went up there. And we'd go to San Francisco, then we went up to Washington and did all that kind of thing, and to Seattle and Tacoma and Olympia, and it was wonderful memories. And I also had memories of going back east to see my grandparents, which lived on a farm in southeastern Kentucky, and it was it was way out there. And my grandfather was a retired coal miner, and then they had this land that had been in the family for 150 years, and you just look so cute. And so they had this farm that my mother was raised on, and it had 160 acres, and the little house was up on the hill, and then the creek was down at the bottom across the road. And it was just those memories I will just never forget, and I am really, truly grateful. We chased for fireflies at night, my cousins and I, and the poor things. We'd get them in a jar and put the holes in the top of my grandmother's mason jars, and then to see them light up the jars. And then we'd run up to my grandfather that would sit on the porch and say, "Who got the most? Who got the most?" And of course, he'd always say, "Oh, I could never tell, there's so many," and we kind of chased the box turtles, and we had to watch out for snakes and all that kind of thing. But it was an absolute dream come true for my cousins and I to meet back there. We always met for about 3 weeks every summer. My mother had 5 sisters, and they all came, and their kids, and we just ran around all over the place. And my mother, even though she was raised there in the hills, and so was her sisters, during World War II when they were young and beautiful, and they just left home. My mother went up to Louisville, and that's where she met my dad, who came down from Detroit, Michigan to, he was a lieutenant, and he had joined the Army before that was the Army Air Corps. So eventually was in the Air Force before the war even started. But after it started, he, was stationed down there in Louisville, and my mother met him on a blind date, and you couldn't have gotten two people from two of the most opposite places. And my dad was from Grosse Pointe, Michigan, and he lived in what they'd call Germantown. His parents were from Germany, and so that's where he was raised. And he was raised in a lovely little old house there that's still there. And I can't remember what the name of the street is, but it's still there, and I've seen it on Google Earth. And, there were sidewalks and all that kind of thing. And he went to a regular big high school and all that stuff. And then my mother was, raised out there in the hills, and no sidewalks, dirt roads. And she went to school in a one-room schoolhouse. And we have pictures of that, but she got a good education. And she graduated and went up to college in Louisville. So I am sure you guys really wanted to hear all that, but sorry about that. And about summers. So that's where I would spend summers there. And then with my mom, my dad didn't come, but when we got back to California, then we'd go on our family vacations. So summers were always so special to me, and we lived right by the beach, and I spent hours in the ocean. And I'm surprised I don't have skin cancer, really. I would tan, and we would do the dumbest things. My girlfriend and I, when we got in high school, we could drive down to the beach, 5 minutes, and we'd sit out there baking with baby oil or cocoa butter. I'm sure some of you ladies out there remember it. And what a dumb thing to do. But, I've been lucky. I'm always checking because I, wonder about that. But, we had the ocean, we had the sun, we had everything. And then we'd come home, and they'd all come to my house later, and we'd swim. We'd swim all night long in my pool in the backyard. So summers were really important to me, and they were really a lot of fun. And I'm just doing my girl's hair straight today. And I'm sure you can hear my dog in the background. I have no idea what is going on. I'm here by myself doing this video, and she's barking at something. And who knows, maybe they're stealing my car out there. I don't know, but I hope not. Anyway, we're going to put... This wasn't the headband I wanted to put on. The headband I can't seem to find, and I do that an awful lot, where I'll set something out, and then, guess what? Can't find it now. Oh well, we'll put this one on her. It's still cute, and it's a rose, and it's kind of fluffy, like her cute little rose there. We'll pull it down there. And I think that it's looking awfully cute on my girl. This just fits her perfect. And doesn't that look great now with her? And this is a size 3 months. Probably 0 to 3 months, or just 3 months works good. And it just fits her great. And I'm going to put her... Oh, we've lost our bracelet. Oh, no. Oh, it came undone. Oh, we'll put that back on later, but... She has her pacifier she came with from Crystal, so we'll put that over. And we'll go ahead and put on her little sandals. That will look cute with this. Anyway, I'm very, very grateful to the channel that started this tag, because it did give me a lot of fun and good memories. And, I want to thank, oh no, guess what? I have the wrong sandals here. Now we got them right now. Okay. I'm so organized. Oh man. Anyway. So, I'm looking forward to Theme Thursday this week, because I've got some I think all the babies, nearly all of them, will be able to participate. And Yvonne's doing such a good job of it. And oh, there you go, my sweetest girl. Now, I don't know what you're seeing, so I'm hoping you're seeing it all just fine. Oh, yeah. Look at her, ladies. Isn't she? I love this girl. And, you know, Mia said something that was really, really important. And that was on her video that Mia's Dolls and Fun, her video of tips for your Reborn channel, tips for collecting. And she said a lot of good things, but the thing that really struck me, and I thought this is it's excellent, is learn how to make adjustments on your Reborns when you get them. Learn how to fix them. Learn how to attach a new body to your Reborns. I think that is very important, and it was, you know, very important in this. Of course, I make Reborns, so, you know, it wasn't. But somebody that doesn't, it's a very good idea to learn how to change out a body, all those kind of things. Maybe even learn if if your baby doesn't have rooted eyelashes, if an eyelash comes off or something, learn how to replace the eyelashes, all those kind of things. And I think that's a very good idea, and I'm just in love with this girl. I love her coloring. I love everything about her, and I'm so glad that I changed out her body, and that she just looks perfect in it. And you want to look at the camera? Yeah. Oh yes, there she is. Well, we're going to tune out now, and we will be back for Theme Thursday. And beautiful little Emma Lou says goodbye to all her aunties and possibly uncles, but just look at that gorgeous face, I just have to say. And we will see you back on Thursday. And thank you, all my new subscribers. Thank you, my subscribers. And I'm really working on my next giveaway, and I think you guys are going to be very, very pleasantly surprised. So, alrighty. And for now, goodbye, and have a blessed evening.